Yes, yes, yes. It's Ignition Summit 2022. Yes, welcome to Ignition Summit 2022. Yes, let me know where you're joining from. Let me know. Can you hear me? Am I audible enough? Can you see me? Let me know. Welcome to Ignition Summit 2022 theme, the Smart Woman. Smart Woman, let me see you. Let me see you. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Welcome to Ignition Summit 2022. I am Debbie Agbola and I'm here alive this year. I am glad to see you all. Are you glad to see me? I hope so. You are glad to see me. So, welcome to Ignition Summit 2022. This year's edition is for ladies alone. It's for women alone. So, all right. Good evening, Ma. Good evening, Mrs. Amina from Lagos. Welcome to Ignition Summit 2022. So, before the moderator takes over, I we have to wait for like 2 minutes so that she can join us. Me.
Hi.
Good evening, Comfort.
Hello, hello,
Can
hello,
you hear
hello.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
See how you're fine. Good
You're
evening,
not looking bad.
Blessing. Thank you for joining us. So I will hand over to our host, our moderator for today. Welcome, Comfort. We are glad to have you here tonight.
Thank you. I'm super, super delighted. Good evening, ladies and beautiful women. How you all doing? I'm super, super excited to be here tonight. Like, I am practically blown away because it's just us beautiful women tonight, and we're going to have an amazing, amazing moment. So please permit StreamYard, grant StreamYard access so I can see the beautiful ladies that are joining in and give you all a shout out. You all deserve a shout out. So I need to see your names. I can't see the names of anyone here. Debbie, can you see the names of people joining in, please?
See their names. I can see their names.
All right, all
Can
right.
you
I
see
just
it
started
now?
seeing their name. Yeah, Amina Grace
Yes.
Jaffet. It is nice to have you here. Blessing, Oluwebube. Good evening. Please tell us where you're joining in from. Onyen Nuchaya. Please forgive me if I sounded your name wrongly. Rejoice. Good evening.
Yes.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. You guys are super, super amazing. See, as you're in your house, just I hope you have red one by your side because you really need it for tonight. So tonight we are here for an amazing and a wonderful section where you'll be empowered with skill. We are in the 21st century and we know we're in the reign of the internet where everybody's building their businesses online. So if you have not started, just know that you're ready to receive fire in your bones. I just want somebody to say fire. I can hear you from here in the spirit. So just say, I am ready to receive fire in my bones tonight because the lineup of speakers we have are women that would make you feel like you've not even started. These women are going to make you feel the heat. We have beautiful women just like you are, and they're ready to come up soon, 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 soon. So this event was put together by our beautiful Debbie Agbola. Please let's give us some drum rolls, everybody. Look at how beautiful she is, right? So she put this together because she had a burden for women, and she wants women to learn how to have beautiful skills that they can monetize. We want to come out of that. Women are coming out of that premonition and the idiosyncrasy of people saying that yeah, women are just known for urgent 2K, urgent 2K, or women are just known to sit home. No, we women right now, we are turning things around. So if you're here, wow, there is a gentleman in our midst. Philip Solomon says he's ready to see fire. Ladies, can you see that? Ladies, can you see that? So please, do not allow the guys in this place overrule you. This is your show. So please, guys, you all should be ready. All right. It's time for us to introduce, want to go get straight to it. We'll be introducing our first speaker. She's an amazing personality. Like, guys, you need to hear her voice. Like, when she speaks, oh my God. You have collie wobbles, what they call butterfly in my belly. So you're going to have that as she comes up tonight. So I'll be introducing our first speaker. Tonight she'll be teaching us about on the topic business of your talent, how to maximize social media and utilize your talent. So there are a lot of people who have talent and they believe that freely have you given, freely have you received, freely should you give. But if you keep giving out free, how will you buy data? How would you remain consistent? How would you meet your needs? All right. So you need money as much as you need to give freely. That's why we have free mode and we have the paid mode. So for you to upgrade, you need the paid mode. So tonight, Fortune will be teaching us how to maximize and use our talent as a business. So Fortuna TC is a voiceover actor and an online moderator. She has helped different brands sell more through her attention grabbing voiceovers. She also helps new voiceover actors get on their feet through her voice to cash training. Fortune also plays for Gigantic Sale Empire, Superwoman Organization, and the Impact Tribe. Ladies and gentlewomen, and the guys who are on the show, please, as we drum rolls, let's make welcome Fortune Atisi. Guys, we hands together. We hands together, please. She's going to join us now to dish value, like value. Do we have Fortune? Wait, Fortune, please, can you join us now? Thank you. She's not ready yet. All right. Is our second speaker ready?
No, maybe we have to wait like 4 minutes more.
Okay, before we, as we are waiting, I would like to engage us. So can somebody type in the comments? I want to see what the title of this conference is. Who knows what the title of this conference is, please? I can see you guys. Let's type in the comments. What is the title of this conference? Ladies, all with our host come to our rescue. What's the title of the conference?
The Smart Woman.
The Smart Woman. Well, for me, I believe every one of us is a woman, but not everyone is smart. So this conference is just to help you get smart. So what the acronym for SMART? S for me, I'm going to give SMART an acronym, right? S for me is, yeah, all right, the Smart Woman. Philip just said the Smart Woman. Rejoice said the Smart Woman. Thank you guys so much. The Smart Woman. So S for me is smart. S for me is smart. Yeah. So what does smart mean? You are wise. You know how to play the game, right? You're found where things are happening. You control things. That's how somebody is being said to be smart. You're intelligent. So for a woman to rule in this on social media, for her to be among those that are recognized to be doing things that are super amazing, she has to be smart. She has to know what she's doing. She has to have a message. She has to be intelligent and all the likes of anything that has to be smart. Then M is multitasking. For me, that is what smart is. A smart woman should be multitasking. Now, we used to hear this saying that jack of all trades, but you know that is not where that saying ends. It says jack of all trades is better than a master of none. So it's better for you to be a jack of all trades than to be a master of none. You're about to say onoko woja. What does that mean? That one way doesn't lead into the market. And now that we have this issue of the dollar increasing every day, I heard today the dollar is about 760 or 770. Probably before the end of the week, the dollar is going to get up to 800. Who knows? But one thing is for us to come out of the tag that is named women to be 2K, 2K, urgent 2K, urgent 2K. We have to have multiple streams of income. So a smart, thank you. Smart is being wise and intelligent. Thank you so much for putting that out there, Rejoice. So for you to be a smart woman, you should multitask. So for me, when I send my profile to events I'm supposed to speak at, they're like, Comfort, how are you doing all of these things? Okay, I'm a public speaker. I coach people how to speak confidently. Aside public speaking, I'm a corporate event host. Besides that, I do fashion, I make dresses, right? But I don't put that out on social media because I am still trying to build on that. I make dresses for men and women, a lot of things I do. So I am a book consultant. Now, the thing is, if it's not every time this one would make money for you, if this one is not making money for you, then as a fine woman that you are, you still have to show up. You still have to show up. So if I'm not getting events to speak at, I'm not getting events, virtual or physical events, my sewing business is giving me money. If that is not giving me money, creating courses online, teaching people how to write books and make sales from their book is making me money. But to you to be smart, you should somebody that is wise and intelligent. Intelligent people don't put all their eggs into one basket. So you should be able to diversify. You should have, if you're a graphic designer, you should also have another thing you're doing that brings you daily income. All right. So that is the other acronym meaning for M in SMART. The next thing A is articulate. So you should be articulate. You should be somebody that is always right on point, right? So you're not saying this kind of issues that they bring rumors around. As a smart woman, you don't have time for messages that are not articulate. You don't have time for things that are not articulate. You want to make everything perfect. You want to make everything top notch. You are coming out there as a smart woman. Aside being wise and intelligent, aside being multi-talented and diversified, you are articulate. So when you're doing something, there's a touch of excellence in everything you're doing, right? You don't want to settle for half information. You want to know everything and make sure everything is rightly packaged. That is the way of queens. That is the way of royalty. You are articulate. That is just it. You are adamant on knowing the right thing. You want to know the complete thing. You don't want to hold on to unwholesome truth or unwholesome fact, right? So you articulate. All right. Another thing is on the acronym SMART, we've said S, we've talked about M, we've talked about A. Now we are going to talk about R. Can somebody say put some fire emojis? Let me see that I still have you guys here with me tonight. Let me put some fire emojis. Yeah, Rejoice, multitasking. Thank you, thank you. Rejoice needs some red wine, Debbie. So after this event, she said add some red wine. So I'm going to go to R. R means rootless. Rootless. Good evening, Stephanie. It's nice to have you here. It's nice to have you here. So R means rootless. When they say somebody is rootless, what does that mean? It means not, I'm going to put it in my own context. Rootless means a lot of things, right? But for me, rootless means when I'm executing a task, I'm executing that task to the fullest. When I'm executing a task, I want to finish it and make sure that when I sit back, I'm proud of myself that I did a very good job. So feel rootless as a woman, as a smart woman you are, and you're going to be much more better after this conference. You should learn to be rootless. You should want rootless results, regardless of whatever is around you. You want your results to be rootless. And whenever you're doing anything, if they call you into an organization, if they call you into any meeting, into any conference, into any gathering, they know that there's going to be a rootless dimension. There's going to be a rootless change. That is what you're bringing in to anything you come, anything you put yourself to. So you're putting in your own energy. You're putting in your own vibe. You're not coming in with bad vibes. You're coming in with a full vibe. You're coming in with a full energy. You're coming in to change the narrative. All right. So that is it about being ruthless. You're coming in with that authority that, yes, wherever I step my foot into, I'm going to make positive change. I'm going to make positive results. So that is it about being ruthless. Then the next thing is T, tenacious. Tenacious. When somebody is tenacious, it means that person does not give up. You're persevering. The Bible says something that if the righteous falls down 7 times, he will rise up again. Right? In our pidgin English, we say, now give up, fuck up. Right? I don't like the fact that people try to separate success from failure. People try to separate success from failure. Success and failures go hand in hand. You can measure your success by how much you failed. If you're creating a course, for example, David can attest to this. If you're creating a course, for example, the first time you try, how you failed in that course would help you know what to do next. True or false? Would help you know what to add to make that course wonderful, amazing, and exceptional. So it's kind of heartbreaking that a lot of successful people don't talk about their failures. They don't come to tell you that there are times when they had setbacks. There are times when they wanted to give up. On social media, I get people coming to my inbox and say, Ma, you're inspiring me. I love what you write. I love how you speak. I love how you're doing things. I tell them that if they start want to talk about success, they want to be like me. I tell them there are days that you would fail. But after you feel dejected for 2 minutes, don't let it pass 2 minutes. Get back on your feet and go back to do your thing again. So as a smart woman that you are, do not let failure make you feel that you're less of yourself. A failure is somebody who never does something who never tries again. A loser is someone who never tries again. It's better that you try than sitting back and imagining if you're going to pass or fail. You can never know from guessing. You can only know from trying. All right. So I keep on hailing this man, Thomas Edison, who made the electric bulb, the invention of the electric bulb. And according to what we read in school, they said he tried 100 times. Imagine somebody failing 1, 2, 3, 4, like 10, 15. My God, like that guy deserves an award. Like he deserves an award. How can you fail 99 times and you're still trying? Now his name is on the world record. His name is in, whenever you're talking about people who invented things that made life easier, you cannot speak without mentioning his name. That is one thing about failure. Failure makes you strong. So people who have succeeded today, if you look through their lives and if they sit down and tell you how many times they failed, how many times they were dejected, how many times they felt like, what happened now? Am I the only one on earth? How many times they told them it's village people? Because we're in Africa and we like to talk a lot about village people, right, sis? So there are a lot of times they told them it's village people, it's this, it's that. But these people kept on trying. So your strength is in trying. The beauty of succeeding is in your failure. So do not try to say that you are failing, so you would not try again. Do not give up, smart women. Do not give up. So can somebody write in the comments, I am not going to give up? Can somebody write in the comments, I will not give up? I will not give up. I will not give up. You don't have to give up. You don't have to give up because there are a lot of destinies that are attached to your success. There are a lot of destinies, even those that are not yet born, a lot of generations to come are crying that you do not give up. Are crying, thank you, blessed, thank you, rejoice. I will not give up. They are crying, do not give up. Please keep trying for us. You are the voice that we're looking up to. Please keep giving your best at it. I know it's not easy. The Bible says something that hope deferred makes the heart weary. What does that mean? Thank you, Amina Grace Jaffet. You're not giving up. It means that, yes, Stephanie, destinies are tied to your rising. So you must not give up, right? So the Bible says something that hope deferred maketh the heart weak. It means that when something you're waiting for stays, delays, right? It could make you feel weary and tired and weak. Yeah, it's natural to feel tired. It's natural to feel weak. But the problem with feeling weak is if you stay too long on the ground. Another thing smart women do, which is not part of what the acronym for SMART stands for, is smart women have an entourage. So, what is an entourage? An entourage is a group of people that work with an important person or go about with an important person. I always teach about the principles of kings and royalty, the principles of queens and kings. As a smart woman, as a smart man, please do not walk alone on your journey. It is a very dangerous to walk alone. Do not walk alone, because on the days when you're tired, on the days when you're weak, on the days when it feels like you want to give up, those that you formed as your entourage, those that you formed as um the circle of friends, your network, they are going to be your backbone. A tree does not make a forest. So do not say, I like being alone. No, please ask people that are very influential today. Ask billionaires, ask millionaires, ask CEOs. They do not work alone. They have an entourage. This entourage will be people that will guide you. They will be very smart people, people that know more than you know, or people that know as good as you know. Yes, definitely, two heads are better than one. Exactly, my dear. Two heads are better than one. So, as a smart woman, please, please, and please do not walk alone. Try to network. Try as much as you can to network. Go to conferences. Um, go for conferences. Go for events. Reach out to people. All right. If you have mentors, have a council of elders, people that can advise you when you're stuck. Have a team. Build people. Build relationship. All right. If you do not have people, if you look at your circle of friends and you notice that this circle of friends you're having in the next 5 years, you don't see yourself being with them. In the next 5 years, you don't see them keying into your vision. I'm begging you to please detach yourself wisely from those kind of network. Disconnect from them as much as you can and begin to intentionally and consciously build an army. An army. All right? People who key into your vision, people who key into your message, people who would be backbones for you when you are weak and tired. So these are the things that smart women do. These are the things that smart women do. So Miss Debbie, is our guest speaker ready now? She's not ready yet.
She's not.
So when we should be ready, please?
I think she's stuck in traffic.
Oh my God. What about the second speaker?
Our session will start by 8 p.m.
All right. So are we having a good time, people? Are we having a wonderful time?
Sure,
If you're
sure.
having a good
Yes.
time, if you're having a good time, please put it in the comments that you're
Right
having a
on,
good time.
right on, right on.
Please put it in the comments that you're having a good time. So how can you build network? How can you build network? All right. This one now we are doing something else, but we need to know that we need to build network. So how can you build network? Number one, understand your message, understand your journey, understand your purpose, and intentionally begin to join. You could begin to join. See, social media is a blessing for our generation. Join Facebook groups that talk about or are in line with your message, your vision, and your purpose, right? Join Facebook groups that would help you align better. I'm big on YouTube. I'm a very big YouTube fan. YouTube has taught me a whole lot. Go on YouTube. Go on YouTube. Thank you, Rejoice. Go on to YouTube. I did not say you should go to YouTube and start looking for skits. It's good to watch skits once in a while, but let it not be a habit. Some of you some of you have built this habit that once you log on to YouTube begins to suggest different kinds of skits because they know that that is what you always watch. So please, we want you to change that mentality. You should be intentional with your time. Time is money, time is currency. So what are you consuming? As a smart woman, begin to consume content. Begin to look out for people that have succeeded in the path you want to build. Follow them, seek mentorship from them. Mentorship can be paid. Buy their books, buy their trainings. If you want to upgrade your life, you have to go to paid version, not just free. Free version would not help you on this journey. You need depth in this journey. You need depth. So you can only get depth from paid versions. This year, I can't recollect how much I've spent on trainings. I can't recollect how much I spent on trainings. A whole lot. So if you want to grow, you have to pay the sacrifice. All right? You have to pay the sacrifice. Be intentional with what you do with your time. Thank you so much, Stephanie. You're doing amazing. Time is an asset. Anything that is not going to benefit you, anything that is not going to benefit you, do not put your time to it. Do not put your time to it. All right. So, as a smart woman, please make sure that you connect to people that align to your message. Another thing is, yeah, Debbie just put it out there. Kindly subscribe to this channel, guys, and like this video
Fortune.
so that people can see this. Please, 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 connect. Is what you ready now? Please.
Yes.
Okay, she's ready.
Yes.
All right, all right. So, guys, we have amazing Fortune in the building. Welcome, welcome, Fortune.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Hi. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I came in really late. I'm so sorry. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Comfort.
Hi,
How are you doing?
Fortune.
Can I be heard clearly?
Welcome, welcome.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, Debbie, I think
Thank
I
you.
think you should.
Can I be heard?
I think you. I think you should make project Fortune alone, so can take both of us off. All right.
All right. Thank you so much, Debbie. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Good evening, everyone. I really, really apologize for stepping in later than I was supposed to step in. However, we will continue the show regardless. So, my name is Fortune Atisian. I'm privileged to be here to do this with Debbie. Debbie, thank you again. Debbie, you're freezing. Is it from my end or you're actually freezing? Let me know if I can be heard, if I can go ahead.
Yeah, we can hear you. I can hear
Okay,
you.
amazing, amazing. All right. So I wouldn't take so much of the time. I can hear
All right.
myself.
I can hear you.
Yeah, it's echoing.
I don't know why, but I'm hearing you clearly, like very clearly.
Okay. Maybe you might need to mute your own mic.
All right.
Okay. Oh, it's better now. It's way better now. All right. So good evening, everyone. So I'll quickly speak on the business of your talent and maximizing social media for making profit. So I'll just give you my own story quickly. So I'm a voice fortune artist and I'm a voiceover artist, and I got into voice acting because I thought, oh, I have a great voice. My voice is great. I have this talent that a lot of persons might not necessarily have. So boom, I had talent. We established that I had talent, but I didn't know on time that I needed to not stop there, and I did stop there for like a long time, and it suffered because of it, right? So I was just glorying. This is what I used to tell my students a lot. I was just glorying in my talent for a very long time, and I wasn't making money. I was getting known and all, but I wasn't making money. I mean, I was spending time glorying in my talents, glorying in glorying in what I had, and glorying in the things that people were telling me, oh, you're good, and all of that. So when everything changed for me was last year, when not last year, if I think this more like this year, when I decided to get other skills aside from voice acting, which is like my major skill. So I started learning copywriting. I learned negotiation. I learned closing. I learned how to sell. Basically, I learned how to sell, right? So that was when the whole thing started really making sense to me. Now it makes me remember this verse. your a man's gift will make room for him, right? So if your gift is not making room for you yet, that means you're actually doing something wrong. You need to actually check properly. We're talking talent here, right? So if you're like naturally talented in something, you need to, by all means, that gift actually needs to make way for you by all means. So you need to do all you can to make sure that that gift makes way for you. And that is, of course, transforming or moving from talent to skill and then to business. Yes, talent to skill and then to business, right? So it's really simple. Steve Harris would say, he's one of the persons that really talks about mastering the business of your talent. So he would say that you were this is really funny, really. You were giving your skill for free to earn a fee. I'm paraphrasing it right now, but that's the meaning of what he said. So you were giving for free. What you were giving for free, you are expected to earn a fee, right? So don't sit with your talent and feel that, oh, because I'm talented, automatically I'm entitled to greatness. No, you have to stand up and use that talent for something to solve people's problems, and that's when you're actually going to get paid. So that takes me to the second part of this conversation. How are you going to how do you now go about the business of your talent? So fine, you've discovered your talent, you found out what you're really good at. Boom, don't stop there. Go the next step. Find out who needs my talent, right? There has to be a point where the needs in the world, where the demands in the world meet your talent. Because the truth is, if you're talented with something and nobody wants that, nothing is going to work for you. Nothing is going to happen for you, right? So have this in mind. By all means, it is your duty. So God has done his own duty by giving you the talent, by giving you the genius, as it were, giving you the prowess, whatever you have right now. Your next job or your next step you should take is to find where your talent is needed. Find where you can solve the problems with your talent. Find who needs your talent to solve this problem. That's it. And that's how you get paid. Nobody buys anything for free. I mean, nobody goes to pay you something that is for free, obviously. So it's only when you put a price to it, that's when people buy, right? So see your talent as a product. If you don't get anything from this webinar, I want you to get this. Your talent is a product, is your product. So it is your sole responsibility to package that product, to look for who needs that product, to look for who is going to benefit from that product and sell it to them. Capiche? That's all really. That's all you really need to do. And that's how you can earn for any fee. All right, for what you got for free. Remember what I said. You need to, by all means, earn a fee for what you got for free. That's God's way of prospering you. Remember the verse: a man's gift would make room for him. So if your gift is not making room for you, then I think you are the one slacking a bit behind, and you need to do a lot more work to make sure that your gift makes room for you. So yeah, so moving on. So fine, you figured out that, okay, my talent is my product and I need to do something about it. I need to look for who needs this product. Example, this pen. If the makers of this pen did not figure out who needed this product, let me just use a general example. Students are like the major consumers of this pen, right? Of course, many other persons write, but okay, let's say students, people in corporate offices, people who have to write all of that. If these guys, let's say they were born with the knowledge to produce this, for example, if they did not look for who needed it, right, they were going to remain broke. In fact, they will not even make a company out of it, because there's nobody to buy from you. There's nobody to sell to. So who's going to buy? So you have to look for who is going to buy from you. You have to look for who is going to buy your product. Remember, your talent is your product. It is your responsibility to look for who needs your product and sell it to them. That's all. I mean, if I end this here, I think I'm done, right? I think I'm really done. So if you didn't know, I need you to have that at the back of your mind tonight. If you didn't know that your talent is a product, please know today, Fortune actually said your talent is a product. Of course, I heard it somewhere though, but I'm the one telling you now. All right, so moving on. So aside your talent, great, you're a genius, you're amazing. Learn marketing. I need you to write this down now. Learn marketing. I feel like everyone should know how to sell. if you're breathing, if you're breathing on earth, you should know how to sell. You definitely know how to sell. So learn how to sell. Learn how to sell your product. No one is going to let's take gold for example. Right now, if let's say if at the back of my house I tell you that, I tell you comfort, gold is abundant at the back of my house, and you come and comfort comes there, and she sees liquid and she sees like it's in its raw form. When gold is in its raw form, it's like super dirty. It's not nice to the eyes at all. You don't even want to use it. You don't want to have anything to do with it. And it's can I speak ahead? Okay, great. The gold at my backyard is useless until it is refined. So you turning your talent into a business is you refining your gold, right? So I'll use myself as example again. So I have the talent of eloquence, of speaking properly and all of that. Do you know that even till date, people wouldn't know how to patronize me if I don't tell them, okay, this is where I can feature, this is the problem I can solve for you. If I don't tell them, okay, in your event, and you need me to announce your event, you need me to voice the profiles of your speakers, of your guests, you need me to help you with the flow of your event. If I don't even tell them, they would never know. So this is me selling my talent. Simple and short. Find out the problem that needs to be solved with your talent. Your talent is meant to solve a problem. Your job is to find where the problem is and package your talent, which is the product, and sell it to them. Boom. That's how you get money. That's how I feel like this thing I'm saying is not new, right? Is what you already know, right? Is what you know already. But I feel like we just need to reiterate it again, because that was what I suffered. I was talented and it was getting to my head like, yo, I'm talented. I have a nice voice. And nobody was buying because they didn't know how I was going to solve the problems. Okay, you have a nice voice. What next? Or you could draw. What next? You're great at speaking well. What's next? Right? You could sing well. What is next? So you getting knowledge of business about your talent is the next step for you. Now, take this down. Learn marketing. Learn marketing, how to market yourself. Learn advertising. Learn sales. Learn sales, man. Learn sales. Learn negotiation. Learn closing. Learn what it means. Read books on business, right? Read books on business. Go to business conferences. Learn money. Learn money. I'll say it again. Learn money. So when you start getting money for your talent, you know how to manage it. Learn money, right? Learn how money works. I'll recommend Psychology of Money for you. That's a great book for you to learn on money. So learn money, learn these things. Just imagine yourself like you're actually starting a company and learn, read the books, have plans. So let me ask you before I try to round off. What is your business plan? So you have you're talented in whatever it is you're talented in. Let's say you draw easily, so you project that into graphics design. What is your plan for your business? Do you have a separate bank account where you put in the money that comes from that, or you just taking off the money and the same bank account that you use for your personal stuff that you use for your business? For that, maybe it's not yet a business. So what are the little steps? I'm not saying go buy an office space. No, before you even go there, don't go rent no office space. Don't go employ nobody, right? Start with the very little things. What is your business process like? When a client comes to patronize you, how do you relate with them? Are you formal or informal? Do you have any formal document that you use to seal your contracts? Or you're just all over the place? Now, this is also going to extend to freelancers. Don't take freelancing as just oh, I'm just freelancing, so you think you're just absolutely free like that. You have to put some formality to it, as it were, put some structure, like Sir Nnamdi will say. put some structure to it, right? So have plans, have business plans, have a separate bank account, right? Have documents that seal your contracts between you and your clients, right? Have a social media account for your business. Have a dedicated email for your business. So you don't just so you're able to differentiate your business from your personal stuff, right? So now moving on to the social media part, it's all the same thing. Learn copywriting. If you don't know copywriting, you can't sell on social media. If you don't know how Instagram works, if you don't know how Facebook works, if you don't know how Twitter works, these are the social media platforms. How are you going to sell? So you see, it goes back eventually to learning how to sell. So once you know how to sell, you'd be able to transfer that knowledge into the social media platforms and sell on social media. How you present your product. Are you in the company of people that will say, oh, come and buy what I'm selling, or come and buy, so I won't go back to my village? Is that how to sell? Who is going to buy you like that? Who's going to buy from you like that, really? So basically, learn how to sell. That's how to convert your talents to a business. Learn the processes, the business processes, which I've mentioned: marketing, advertising, selling, sales, basically negotiation. I'm going to repeat that as well. Learn money as well. Read business books. Have a business plan. What is your financial target for your business this month or next month or this year or in 2023? Or you're just all over the place. If you're, I'm talented, so I'm always going to get jobs. I'm sorry, but what is your relationship with your clients, your clients that have patronized you before? So life is business, right? That Elisha Mama would say that life is business. So take your life as business, including your talent. That's the only way you can actually make progress. Remember my story? I said I wasn't making money with my talent. Yeah, I was really talented, right? But I wasn't making money because I wasn't looking for the people that needed my service. So when I started putting out content, relatable content, I was used content marketing a lot, right? So when I started putting out relatable content, people started reaching out to me. They're like, oh, I saw that thing you did. Do it for me. I was marketing myself. And that's how they saw me, because I was really strategic about it. I put out stuff that I want people to buy from me eventually. So they were able to contact me. So I saw that thing you did. I want you to do it for me. I saw that stuff you did for this person. I want you to do it for me. And boom, and that's how I started getting on and I started selling and all of that. What are your business processes? Do you have a separate bank account for your talent, for these gifts that you have? Do you market yourself? Do you advertise on the social media? So a little trick for social media: pick one social media platform, just one. Determine how you want to serve that platform, right? Put out your content plan. You need to have a content plan, because content marketing is part of it. You need to have a content plan. This is you being serious. Don't just feel that, oh, because you're talented, people will rush you. No, there's so many talented people like you. So what is going to stand you out? All right. So put out a content plan. Have a plan. That's the summary. Have a plan. Have a plan. Just have a plan written down somewhere. Have a plan. This is the projection for my business. This is how much I want to make. Right? This is how much I make. This is what I want to do. This is the people I want to reach out to. These are the people I want to cold call. Do you make cold calls? Do you do cold emailing? Right? Do you generate leads? This is what businesses do. Your aim is to sell. Remember, your aim is to sell. So you do everything that will make you sell. Do you generate leads? What plan do you have in generating leads? Do you even know what leads are? Who are the people that are going to buy for you? Do you prime your audience? Do you tell them about your products? Do you inform them? Do you give them a lot of content? Do you do content marketing well? Right? So these processes need to be put in place if you really want to make something out of your talent. So you don't just sit there and say, oh, I'm talented, and you feel that the world's going to drop on your lap. No, honey, it doesn't work that way. Yeah, I think that's it. Comfort, I'm done.
Oh, wow, wow, wow. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, clearly.
Oh my God.
Yes, I can hear you.
I'm immersed with value. Like, ladies, Ladies, can you see that? I told you this is fire. We came to receive fire in our bones. Thank you so much, Fortune. I learned a lot from your section. I learned a lot from your section. I learned a lot. I can go sleep right now, but we have to wait for the second speaker. Guys, I want to see fire emojis. Like, give it up for her. She's done. Rachel says she's done. Oh, continue, please. So, guys, this is super amazing, super amazing. So before Fortune goes, we are going to take just two questions for Fortune, just two questions because in 5 minutes we want to have questions. Fortune, please, you spoke about leads. Yeah, many people are newbies here, and we want to make them smart business women. So, can you please talk about leads? What are leads so they can understand what leads are? All right, how to refine their gold. So it's not about you. Somebody gives you raw yam, you will not eat it because it's going to scratch nonsense out of your mouth. You have to
Exactly.
you have to either prepare porridge or you know what you want to do with it. So that is why your talent has to be refined. Please, if you know you are always those that like doing free mode, I know that yeah, you might not have all the money in the world to go for an expensive paid class. But when I was starting, when many of us were starting, we started with classes like 1,000, 1,500. True or false, Fortune?
True, true, true.
We're able to upgrade. We're able to upgrade to classes of 10,000, 20K, 30K, 40K, like that. So I've paid a lot of money for classes and I know what it has done to my life. You're investing in yourself, you're not doing any man any good. All right. So if you know you want to build depth, if you're bringing depth in this game, we pay for whatever we want to achieve. We pay to have depth. So Fortune is going to tell us how to what are leads. Okay, somebody is asking, Stephanie is asking, how can I be strategic with selling my skills? So, Fortune, over to you. Please, in the next 2 minutes, we want you to. How can I be strategic with selling my skills?
Okay, I'm gonna respond to the leads questions first, right? So leads it's a sales jargon. Permit me. For those of us who don't know what leads are, so basically leads are, let me just say it in the layman term. They are the people that are going to buy from you. They might not buy today, but buy tomorrow, right? So you have to. So there's this calculation we have that in 100 persons, if 100 persons see your ad, for example, there is no guarantee anywhere that this 100 persons would buy. That's just, I mean, that's just how it's been. That's just how humans are, right? So most times it's 10 to 15, 20%. If you're lucky, 20%. If you're lucky. So imagine 100 people see your product, right? Only 10. You're kind of sure of only 10. So that's if you had a good copy and if you had prime properly and all that kind of thing. Sometimes it might even be 5 if you're not careful. Some persons are lucky or not lucky per se. Some persons work hard and they go to 15, 20, and some even 30 and above. But the thing is, the more eyes that see your product, remember your talent is the product, right? So the more eyes that see your product, properly packaged, remember, not just in its raw form anymore. So the more eyes that see your product, the more chances of you selling. The more chances of so that's just that's what I would say are leads. Leads are the guys that would eventually buy your product or buy your service or buy what it is you're selling. So because you can't force people to buy, the whole habit of come and buy what I'm selling. No, how do you know that's what I even need? So that's why I talked about content marketing. I'm a very big advocate of content marketing because content marketing help you to see the people that you're really serving. So you're able to take them into your funnel. Okay, that's another jargon there, but you're able to take them into your funnel when it's time, and you're able to sell to them. So in generating leads, there are different processes. People do different things to generate leads, right? So one that I've done is to organize a free to have a free group. Yeah, so I have a free group, and I'm like, I just announced on Facebook. So that's after giving content back to back on my niche, and I announced on Facebook like, oh, if you want to learn, if you want to have this and that, boom, join the group here, go through this link, and boom, I still having there were so many persons in my WhatsApp group. And when it was time for me to sell what I wanted to sell, I had already primed them. Prime is preparing them, as it were. preparing their hearts, preparing their mind. And of course, these are the guys that want my product. I already know. How do I know? Because of the kind of content put out already. So they reacted to the content I've put out already. So they are my guys. All right. So as I get these guys, I funnel them into my group, right? Then I prime them, and eventually some of them buy. So what I'm trying to say is your leads are the guys that will eventually buy from you. That's the simple definition, I would say. So you have to keep generating leads through your content. I'll keep saying content marketing. That's what will really help. Putting out content, what your product will do for them, right? The details of your product, what your product will do for them, what your service will do to them, how your service or your product would be of help them. That's when they'll be convinced to buy. You don't force people to buy, you convince them, you persuade them to buy. So when they are persuaded, they become cold prospects. We call them cold prospects. Then when they are almost convinced, almost persuaded, they're now warm, then some of them eventually get closed and they buy from you. So all these things I'm saying is prepare people to buy your product. The people that get interested, these are your leads. These are people that get interested in what you're putting out. These are your leads. They are the ones that will eventually buy if you do the right things. That's what I'll say. So let's move on to the second question. Sales closing. Wait, there was a first question before this.
He said, how can she be strategic in selling her skill?
First question, what is your skill? First question, so it's not hard, right? First question, what is your skill? Like I said at the beginning, your skill or your talent is a solution to a problem. So what is your skill? What is the problem you are supposed to solve? That's all you really need to know. Then who are the guys that have this problem? That's all you really need to know. I need you to take a pen, write that down, write the name of your skill, write who has the problem. Yes, write the name of the skill, the problem, and who is suffering from that problem. A doctor can come to me. I'm well. I won't buy anything a doctor is selling because I'm well, right? I'm well. I'm not sick. So a doctor is going to lose his sales because I'm not his audience. I don't have the problem that he has a solution to. So find who has the problems that your skill is the solution for. Then look for where they are. Then prime them, use content marketing, amplify their problems, and tell them that you have the solution and you sell to them. That's what it is. I hope that answers the question. So you have to do research. Yes, this is the long answer. This is the long answer. You have to do research. You have to do research. You really have to do research. You have to do research. Importantly, that's how you would know. That's how you'd find out. And that's how you'd also know what to put out in terms of content marketing, right? Yeah. People, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you. There was another question.
Yeah. Okay. I think someone else was asking what closing means. What is closing? Meaning of closing. You talked about how to close up deals. So what do you mean by closing?
Okay, so closing. It's again a marketing jargon. So I'm just going to simplify. Closing is when you have successfully persuaded your lead, okay, your client, to buy your product or to buy your service. Despite all of the objections that the person might have put up, you have successfully convinced him or her to give you his money. You've closed them. You've closed the lead. You've closed the client. That's what closing is. You should learn. It's a skill. You should learn it. Get courses. Get trained. There's a way to close, right? There's a process. You need to learn it. That's how to really get the best from your talent that you've been given.
I'm loaded tonight. I don't think I'm going to have anything to eat. Watching, you really did great. Like, you really, really did great. I learned a lot. I learned about refining our gifts, and I believe every woman here is going to know that Bible verse, really have you received, really should you give, doesn't apply to you making money, right? It doesn't apply because what we are turning the narrative of women asking for authenticity. We are changing the narrative of women sitting at the backyard. We are changing the narrative of women waiting to be called to the table. We bring the
Wait,
table and
sorry, Comfort. Sorry, let me interrupt you a bit. Um,
all right.
I don't mean to sound crazy, but I need to encourage. There's just women here. I need to encourage women. You listening to me? If you okay, the world is easy for women. That's just the truth. Even if you don't agree with me, is the truth, right? The world is easier for us. Yes, I know it. Yeah, I know. It's not exactly easy per se, but compared to a man's life, the world is easier for a woman. Is the truth. I mean, if you don't agree, it's okay, but the world is easier for you. So if you really want to do something, put your heart to it and do it. Let me give you an example. So so I was selling to I did something for someone, a guy, and he started asking me, okay, so he has this issue. Can I do I is that also part of what I do? I say, yes, that's what I do, but I don't necessarily do it right now. And he says, okay, no problem, that he would still like to learn and all that kind of thing. And he's going to pay me by the end of this month for a class that I've not exactly started holding. You get the point. Of course, I might not necessarily know his intentions. It's very possible that he has no ill intentions. It's very possible. Of course, that one is there, though. But my point exactly is this. Somehow, life is just easier for a woman. Somehow, life is just easier. It's easy to get help, right? It's easy to get help. It's easy to do many things. Comfort, I don't know if you agree with that, though. But so, point is, when whatever it is that you want to do, put your mind to it and do it. That is the summary of what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's very true, Fortune, because if a man slums and a woman slums at the same time, simultaneously, you would rush to
Yeah.
the woman first. It's just psychological.
Exactly.
They feel women
Exactly. When
weaker.
Mhm. When they talk about in war, in war time, for example, what do they say? Save the women and the children, leave the men to fight. Exactly. So life is easier for you as a woman. Not exactly easy. Trust me, there are crazy cases, I know, but I'm just saying
More
that, see, come on. If you're ready to work, it will happen. That's all I'm saying, really.
Thank you so much, Fortune. Everybody, please, we need Fortune's address so we can send her some red wine tonight. You really, really did great. Thank you so much. We appreciate your presence here, and I have gained a lot. So your talent is your product, your message. Let me add to what Fortune said. I'm a clarity coach, and I talk about clarity. So your message is your product. Your
Yeah.
purpose is your product. If you're fulfilling purpose, people would begin to pay you to come and meet the need of those who need your help in that aspect of their lives, right? So I started doing public speaking. I never knew I had it in me, but growing up as a child, I'm very shy. I am a very shy person. Forget how I'm doing paparazzi on stage. I have to put in this person when I'm coming to speak at events or when I'm coming to teach, right? Now, the reason I'm shy, one, and two, I suffered from bullying and low self-esteem, and I find it hard to believe. I said myself I'm very ugly. Like I hated looking at the mirror and all of that. Now, those kind of things so those kind of things affected me, and I know a lot of women are passing through this kind of environmental factors. In my previous class, Speaking to Stardom, when I was talking about public speaking, I told my students that paid for the course, I told them that it is your right to speak. Speaking is relative to your right to breathe. You have to speak. So understanding that the foundation why sometimes the reason why people are afraid to do certain things because they've swallowed a lot of poison that they do not know is still affecting them. So the poisons I heard that I'm ugly, the poisons I heard that I'm no good, the poisons I heard that I'm a good for nothing, those things affected me a lot. And I never knew those things were still down, deep down, eating me up, right? Until I started listening to realization happened for me. So as a woman listening to me here, there may be a lot of reasons why you feel you're not good enough to sell your gifts. It is because You've swallowed a lot of poison that has affected you. So you have to, first of all, gain clarity on what is happening to me. Why am I feeling less of myself? For you to treat a problem, you first of all have to be clear with the cause of the problem. The Bible says something about foundation. If the foundation be destroyed, what can the righteous do? Nothing. You have to either rebuild or fix the foundation. So, dear women, your skill, you have to tell yourself that this is you, this is what you can do. You're powerful. God did not create a zombie. So, you have to start taking things to purge you of the poisons that you've taken from your environment, from your foundation. That is how you can thrive on this space. All right. So that is just my little contribution to what Fortune said about your gift. Refining your gift, you also have to refine your mind. You also have to refine your foundation, because without refining your foundation, you get to a particular stage, you fall again, and you have to start all over again. You have to start right. So, ladies, thank you so much. Let's put our hands together for Fortune as she leaves us. We don't want you to go, but but you have to go. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, bye.
All right, all right. So I feel that I'm seeing a very beautiful face right now, and I'm gobsmacked already. Like, oh my God, who am I looking at? So, ladies, and beautiful women. All right. So I'm going to be introducing our second speaker. She's going to be talking to us about leveraging Facebook ads for profit. So you've learned about monetizing your skill, and for you to have leads, like Fortune said, you need people to see more of what you do. And for people to see more of what you do, you have to do advertising, marketing. So the next person we have, she is a certified and international speaker, a sales and marketing consultant, and the founder of Millennial CEOs. She has trained over 10,000 plus entrepreneurs. She's spoken in 3 geopolitical zones in Nigeria out of the 6 geopolitical zones, and she has helped brands generate millions in revenue. She is on a mission to help entrepreneurs and business owners get known and rapidly explode their sales and revenue using proven sales and marketing strategies. Ladies and beautiful women, drum rolls! Let's make welcome Winner Ezekiel.
Yay,
So
thank you so much.
yeah,
That was such an amazing introduction, and thank you so much, David, for having me and the moderator. I just want to say thank you so much for organizing this amazing conference. Thank you everyone for coming as well. This is an amazing opportunity and is a great initiative. I just want to say thank you so much. My name is Vina Ezekiel, and today I'm going to be talking to you about how to leverage ads to grow your business. And the first thing I want to say is this: ads is an amplifier. So the first speaker has already told us about how to use our skill, monetize the skill. So I will encourage you, before you start running any type of ads online, it's very, very vital for you to actually know what you're selling and how you can sell it. So why do people talk about advertising and what is ads all about? Before you can leverage it, you have to understand what it's all about. So first of all, a few years ago, when when I started my business, I was just so like, I didn't know how ads work. I didn't know what it was all about. I was so like thinking that the thing was so techy. I thought it was something that was too techy, and a women didn't understand it. That was my initial thoughts when it came to advertising, until I invested 40,000 naira. I gave someone 40,000 naira to just run these ads for me. Let me start making the money that everybody claimed they were making online, because I was seeing that people would say, "Oh, I invested 10K and I made a million. I did this and I made." I was like, "Whoa, I want to also make that kind of money, right?" So I got someone that was vast in ads, and I paid the person 40K. Like, I paid the person, I paid for video editing, I paid for all these things, and at the end of the day, I made zero sales. Like, nobody even bought. People were just like, nobody bought, and nobody was even asking how far the program. Nothing. I had to even ask the guy, "Okay, let me see the place. Let me see the link that you're using to create this ad. Let me just go and read what you're creating. And when he sent me the link and I watched, I read my content, I was like, no, even me, I wouldn't buy this kind of product. I wouldn't buy this kind of service. I was not at all I wasn't at all, impressed by the ad that was running. So I was like, you know what, I was so discouraged, but I was like, I'm going to learn this thing. It took me a while to learn how to run ads. And as at the time of talking to you now, I work with over 10,000 entrepreneurs. And my recent program called the 5 Days Ask Challenge, we have almost 1,000 people that have registered for the program. And all they are doing is just learning how to run ads online. And the truth is, advertising is just about pushing your product, getting more eyes to see your product. Just imagine if I had learned it a long time ago. I know that I wouldn't have had the issues that I had when I had to give someone over 40,000 naira and the person was like, the money just went like that. So when you want to push any product online, whenever you want to push out your product or your services online, it's so important for you to actually make sure that you're selling that product organically. So it doesn't make any sense for you to want to sell any product that nobody is buying organically. If people are not interested in the product organically, then there's a huge chance that they won't be interested in it when you put ads on it. So the first thing you want to do anytime you want to leverage on ads, to run any type of ad, is that you must make sure that people already see that product and they're interested in buying it. So the first mistake I made was that people were not really buying my products. Of the product was 2,500, very, very low end offer. And when I tried marketing it online, it wasn't really selling. And I still went ahead and put a lot of money on it, and nobody bought. And I'm worried, like, nobody is buying. Yes, because they didn't even buy when it was organic. When it was organic and there was no ads, people were not really buying. It was I and one person. I and just one person in the group. I marketed this thing for almost 2-3 weeks. Only one person in the group. I was like, no, it can't be. I had to even extend I had to even extend how long the class will hold, just so that more people could join. But nobody joined. So I just had to add like I just had to add another person, my family, my friend, and all that, just to make the group look more good. So I not thought. But it's so painful when you you organize a class, or you are selling a physical product and people are not really buying. And the truth is, nobody actually bought when it was organic. So how do you expect them to buy now that you're putting ads to it? So you want to make sure that anytime you're trying to run any type of ads, make sure that people have already put their money on it. People have already put their money. People have already paid you for that product. Now, some people's businesses are different, right? Some people, they just order things, export things, and then they just want to sell it, and they don't need to have any like organic, anything organic for them to start selling such product. But if you're building a brand, just as you are doing in this Smart Women Summit, if you're building a brand that you want it to last, it's so important for you to actually make sure that you put out your product first, see how the market reacts before you put money to it, so that people will actually buy your product and services. So this is the number one thing. Number two thing is, you have to understand that this is 2020. If you're watching this training or you're in this summit now and you don't have a monthly budget for ads, I want to tell you that you're dashing your competitors your daily bread. And I mean it in a very kind, polite way. You're giving your competitors your daily bread. What do I mean by this? For example, there's someone out there that doesn't have your skill. They can't teach the way you teach. They can't teach with your passion. Like, there's so many people that were already teaching ads before I came into the industry. And there will still be many people that will come into the industry, but they don't have my passion. They don't know why I started my own advertising. They don't know the problems, the issues I faced. Enough for me to be like, you know what, I'm going to learn this all by myself. And I wasn't even learning as to teach people. I was learning it just to promote my own business. That's why it's so powerful. When you're learning things for yourself and you decide to teach people from a place of authenticity, it becomes more powerful, right? So I wasn't even learning this ad to teach people. I was just learning it so that I can promote my business. And I generated 300,000 using an ad budget of 3,000 naira when I learned how to do this ad. And it was just my first ad, the first ad I did by myself. Remember, the first time I gave it to someone and the person wasted over 40,000 naira. The next one I did, I spent only 3,000 naira and I generated 300,000 in sales. And that was so powerful because that was a pivotal moment in my business where I'm like, wow, this really worked. And from there I just continued, running more ads and making millions just by advertising my product and my services. And you don't have to wait till you start making millions before you start promoting your ads. You can just start where you are. Use the daily budget you want. Now we teach our students that they can start running at low at 1,000, with as low as 1,500, even 500 naira. They can start prepping their own ad account to start making them sales, but they have to start first of all. So number 2 is this: your whatever product, whatever service you're selling. First of all, you must make sure that you put it out there. Let people buy it organically. Then when you want to leverage on ads, make sure that any kind of ad you're putting out there is actually the product that people actually need. You have to actually start first. Then the number 3 thing I want to say about leveraging ads for your business is this: your business, as I've already mentioned before, if you're not putting your business and your product out there, what is happening is this: you're actually allowing people to take there's someone out there that don't have your skills, they don't have the resources, they don't have the knowledge, the experience that you do have. And when you're not able to actually show out there, someone is giving people breadcrumbs, giving people less results, giving people less skills, making people not to have the result they need just because you're not showing up. Think about it. Let's say you're selling hair care product that actually works. There's someone out there that is selling a hair care product that is not working, right? There's someone out there selling a hair care product that is not actually working, and they are so bold about it. They are actually bold about it, and then they put ads to it, and people are like, yes, I want to buy. But you that have the original product, or you that have the original skill, or you that have a way of conveying your message in a way that lands for your audience, you're there playing small and thinking, should I spend money on advertising? Should I not spend money on advertising? So that is not actually what we want to do. So if you're a smart woman, what you have to do is every single month budget, even if it's 5,000 or 10,000 naira only at first, at least to actually start playing the game. Now, remember that every business is a game of numbers, and you cannot keep talking. Even if you don't want to, spend a lot of money, at least start running WhatsApp ads. With WhatsApp ads, you can generate leads that will make people to buy from you when you nurture those leads. If you're so scared that nobody's going to buy your paid product, you can actually do something for free. You can just sit down and say, okay, what can I give for free and what can I give for pay? You'll be amazed. People keep saying, oh, I hope it's not the type of class where we enter and you see teach us and tell us to pay. Till today, the strategy still works. The strategy still works. That was why people are still doing. Every day I come online, I see people teaching a class for free, and people still join those free classes. Even though the more people every day, people keep entering the online space. There's never enough coaches. There will never be enough coaches. There will never be enough doctors. There will never be enough lawyers. There will never be enough bakers. There will never be enough people that are doing what you are doing. That will never be enough. So when people are like scared of starting their business because they are scared of what people will say, I always tell people there will never be enough. Today someone will buy my art course, tomorrow they want to upgrade to another art course, and it has nothing to do with me. Tomorrow someone work with my mentor, tomorrow they want to work with me, and it has nothing to do with my mentor. Tomorrow another person may work with the highest person in the industry and still wants to work with me. Because there will never be enough. People want your originality, they want your authenticity, they want your passion, they want what you have to offer. So there will never be enough of your product to go around. There will never be enough of your service to go around. So why are you playing small? So the first thing you have to do every single month is plan out a budget, a dedicated budget, and say, you see this money, I want to use it to grow because the reason why many people are not making sales is that they are lead generation. They don't have new people in their life. They don't have new customers, new prospects, new people that actually care about what they are selling. They don't have. So if you keep talking to the same people over and over and over and over and over again, guess what? They will get tired. They will tune out. They will stop watching your status. They will stop liking your post on. In fact, they're fed up. They're not interested. But when you keep generating new people and you keep indoctrinating them using your nurturing sequence, your content, your lead generation, your teachings, when you keep showing up every single day and you create content that actually works, people actually show. People actually want to work with you. People actually want to work with you. This is why that marketing budget I mentioned is so important, because we start small by small. When we are smart women, we do things little by little. We don't just jump high. We don't start high. We can start small and go high. We can start small and go high. In fact, the only way you know that something is going to, if you're starting from the top, you may not know how you got there. If tomorrow you wake up and see that they just gave you 10 billion, you may just languish it on anything, and tomorrow you wake up in the same place you started before. But when you know how to manage your money, your prosperity, you're able to actually make it grow bigger because you are in charge of it and you know how you're spending it. So that is why I always mention that the number two, the most important thing is that, planning towards it every month. Have 10K, 20K as budget for your business. Even if you don't want to spend it on a program, generate fresh leads that will see your business. Okay. The number three thing you want to do after you save it is actually to learn how to run the ads. Now, this is a program. I'm talking to you now. I can't actually show you my screen. I didn't plan to show you my screen, but there's many courses that start from 1,000 up until a million that will teach you how to run ads. Get them. Get the ones that work. Get people with proven testimonials, and you can even start with mine. I have a course for as low as 5,000 naira. So you can start with that to learn how to run ads. Ads does not have to take your entire money. You can just learn it, and every single month you dedicate yourself to actually growing your business. It's so not worth it. If you're going to start a business and you are not generating new leads, it's not worth it. That is how some people struggle for years, wondering why is their business not generating 7 figures every single month. And the internet has made it so easy that someone can start today and start making millions tomorrow. And maybe not even say millions, let's just even say for 100K at least. The internet has made it so simple. All you have to have is just an offer, a simple, well-crafted offer. And then you have you generate leads. You as I mentioned, you generate leads and you sell to those people. It could be in a WhatsApp group, it could be even if it's a physical product. You can generate leads, and the whole idea is to get them to see your status so that you can update them on the product you have. The internet has made it so simple, right? So number three, how can you get one, ma? So the advertising program, I think Debbie may put it there. I have an advertising program. I think Debbie has also attended that program as well. The 5 days, actually, let me just finish what I'm teaching, then I can mention it towards the end. I don't want to forget my train of thought. But the internet has made it so easy for you to actually start making sales without actually having to spend years. Sometimes I see people, they start today and they're waiting for it to take so long. Why does it have to take so long? There's so many people that have taken the long routes for you. They have done all the work. Why don't you just climb on their shoulder and learn? It's so easy. Why don't you just climb on their shoulders and learn and fly? Why do you have to spend years wondering why? It doesn't make any sense to me. Why do you have to spend that much time? It doesn't make any sense to me. So if you see someone, if you have a program, if you know you need something that will take you from one place to another, just get it. Just buy. Just the way that you wear clothes to look good and feel comfortable because it's a need. The same way your business also needs you to invest in it so that it can grow. So that's the number 3 thing, because that's number 3 thing. Learn how to run the ad. Learn it. So number 4 is when you now learn how to run this ad, you have to be consistent. Okay. when you're leveraging on ads to grow your business, these are the things I want to mention to you when you start running ads. Number one, whenever you're running ads, you must make sure that you're testing the ad. Okay, you test your ad to see which one is working better. You can use different pictures, you can use a video, you can use a video here and use a picture here, you can use a picture here, you can use a text, you can use a graphics here, you can use your picture, that's your personal branded picture, your professional photo shots. Let me not make me say your professional photo shots, or you can just use you can use a professional photo shot that you took in a studio, or you can use a graphics, or you can use a video, you can use the testimonial from user generated content from your students. You can just use all of that. All of that all comes together to create this this lead generation and sales generating things that you want. So all of them all comes together to help you create results in your business, right? So that is what I want to mention here today. You test to see which one is working. So I want you to sit down today and just read, learn. The only way for you to actually create programs that work is for you to learn. Just learn. When you learn, you can start small. So for me personally, I love to create programs. Some of my programs can be very like premium price, and some of them can be very low price. And the reason why I create low price products, even though my brand, I'm building a luxury brand, and luxury based brands all focuses on high premium products. But I know for a certain that most people will not like to, take big courses if they don't even actually know what your small courses can do for them. So I start creating powerful programs that give people powerful results for a small price, and then I scale from there. So instead of you to create programs that is like very big income, start small. You can start pricing your product from as low as 1,000 to as high as 15,000 naira, just so that people can experience and taste what you have to offer. And I don't know if you I don't know the different kinds of products or services that you sell, but when you can have something on a consistent basis that you're actually selling on a consistent basis, you would never have to complain about money again. Why? Because you've already doubled down on cash flow. So your product should be so low that it generates daily cash flow for you. So let's look at products like land, real estate that is like into millions, into multiple six figures, cars, houses, big premium products. The chances of someone coming every single day to buy a land every single day is not that much. I mean, no matter how big the company is doing their lead generation, they can sell land, but sometimes their customers may decide not to buy land for 2 days, 3 days in a month. They may even sell maybe 10 times in a month, but they are having like higher like return on investment when a person buy. But lower price product like rice, like beans, like all these small products that your children must go to school, so they must buy something to eat. Transportation that is like 15 naira, $2. I say $2. $2 is even about 1,000, 2,000. Lower transportation to and fro and all that. When people are buying all those things, they buy it in mass. It has mass appeal. That's why you don't have to say, oh, let me wait until I build who will buy the one you're selling. So you have to start small if you want to make daily sales every single day. So if you can create you just sit down and say, okay, I'm going to just, that big program you have been planning. Like for me personally, when I started my business, I was like planning a program. I packed everything inside the program. It took me almost 6 months to finish this, or maybe even more than 6 months to finish one program of 6 weeks, because I wanted to pack all the knowledge in. I wanted it to be power packed. But guess what? The audience that you're creating this, they don't even have time to watch it. By the time you're done recording the entire 1 hour video, you come and see that most of them are not even watching it to the end. They may watch day one, day two, and all of that. They just fall off the ladder. They are not interested. People are too busy. So you want to say, okay, how can I make my one problem, one product, one problem, one product? By the time you're done, reducing everything down, like by the time you're done, like bringing everything, breaking it all down into like one problem, one solution, one problem, one solution, you will see that you don't have to craft that big program, because by the time they are done with one problem, one solution, they want another one that will solve another problem. Every product you're creating should be, you are solving one problem, you create one product and it solves one problem. The problem you are solving is also giving way to another problem that is solving another solution. You see how the circle goes? So you don't just solve one problem and then you tell everybody, bye, I've taught you, I'm okay, you guys can do it. No, you solve one problem. The problem you solve also give rise to another problem, even though you created a solution for the initial problem they gave, but it also leads to another solution again that you're working on. So let's say, for example, someone has an issue with creating content, right? So I teach the person, this is how you create content. This is it, day one, day two, day three, step by step. Wake up, use Canva, create it, do this, you finish creating, and then you're like, hey, I know you probably will struggle with creating the content. Let me create it for you. Now, let me create it for you. The person may have initially planned to invest in your business, maybe 1,000. They came in 1,000, 2,000 naira for you to teach them how to create the content. And then they realize, I don't even have time to even create this content. But like, let someone teach me. And then you come in and then you say, okay, I don't teach you finish, but I know you are busy. I know the way I'm looking at you, you're very busy. Let me create it for you. And then you create the content for them. And instead of just them spending that 1,000, they're spending about 10,000 naira with you, one customer. So you don't have to wait for you to start running ads. Like, you don't have to wait for you to have all the big products. You can just start now. Before you create that ad, you can just start now to plan all these things, and then you can just launch out by next week. Like, the reason why people are always like in the planning phase is that they think it has to take time. For me personally, as I'm thinking about a plan now, I'm crafting a post about it and I'm putting it out there most times. That's what I do. And sometimes when I allow the plan to keep, marinating in my brain, before you know it, the idea is already executed in my brain. I've been executed in life, but because I've already thought about the whole entire process over and over and over again, the energy, the excitement to do that program is no more there. Before you know it, a program that would have made tons and tons of transformation, I can't even release it because I've thought about it over and over again. In fact, analysis paralysis have entered. I'm now thinking, are you sure people will get result? Will it work? Because I keep thinking about those things. The program, I've basically not short sold on the program and I'm not ready to bring it out there. And I don't know the transformation that would have caused in the life, or even if it's one person. So now when you start leveraging on ads, it's important that you just calm down, craft the offer you're going to sell, break down your product, and then put it out into the market. So when you're not learning about advertising, you're able to actually put the advertising out. And your advertising is just like, as I always mention, advertising is just as the topic of this class is leveraging. It's just a leverage. If something is not already doing well, if you leverage it, you get poop. Like if you go to a bad environment, or if something is already bad and you leverage the bad, it becomes badder, it becomes worse. But if something is good and you leverage it, it becomes better. So if you're going to leverage on ads is just the leverage, it's not the main thing. Ads is just something that is part of your advertising strategy, it's not the main thing. So if you're leveraging on ads, it's something that is already working, or it works, or you have tested it with your organic market and it's working. So you now want to try again. You now want it to see more people. Not something that is not working. Now come and put ad there. It's not going to work. So that's the next one. Then another thing I want to talk about when it comes to leveraging of ads is, after you have split test your images and all that, it's important that you don't only stay consistent, but you also innovate. So some people, when they start running ads, the first 48 hours you test, when they start running their ads and for a reason maybe their ads stop working maybe on the second week, the third week, they give up. Like they're like, I'm not doing again. But the truth is, it's time for you to also okay, which kind of images can I use? Which type of pictures can I use? Which type of copies can I use to drive up the sales again? And that's when you start making sales from your business. That's when you're able to actually make transformation and make more sales. Okay, so whenever you're doing something, anything about ads, you must make sure that whenever you're leveraging on ads, you're testing and you're staying consistent. Okay, so I don't think there's any other thing I have planned. This is basically what I know works. Any type of ads you're running, for it to be massively successful, right? You have to be willing to test and stay consistent. But first of all, number one, remember what we talked about, your offer. Number two, you have to as a smart woman, you have to budget, have a marketing budget. Number three, learn it. You have to learn it first before you can leverage on it. Don't ever start running ads without learning it first. You have to learn it first. Number three, you have to test to see which one is working. And number five, just stay consistent. There's no way you can stay consistent in running ads and you complain of sales. Like, you can't complain of sales when you're consistent. When you're consistently putting yourself out there, putting the business out there, you can't stay broke. It's just a matter of time for your business to explode. And people are like, I know you. I know you. I've worked with you. This person has worked with you. I know you. And that's what literally happens in my life every day. People are like, I know you. This person referred me to you. This person talked about you. And sometimes the things that make me feel really excited is when someone says, when someone tells me, I'm listening to you, I'm listening to a program of yours, and then someone walks in and the person is like, is this Winner Ezekiel? And the person said, yes, this is Winner Ezekiel. And they're like, wow, like, I work with her, she's amazing. And two people are discussing you, you're not even in the room. You're not there. People are just talking about how good your work is. You're not even there. That is because you're putting yourself out there consistently despite the fears. Now, let me tell you something. This is just something you should know as a smart woman. When you start running ads and you start making sales and you start growing in your career, there's going to be a lot of people that will get upset with you. So let me tell you what happened. When I started, there was a time I launched a free webinar on advertising. As I told you, lead generation is so powerful. So I generated leads organically. So my strategy for that was just organic leads. I wanted to do organic marketing that season. I think that what happened, my credit card expired, so many expired credit card. I didn't even have time to go to the bank. So I was using a free, let me show you how powerful this can do for your business. So I was using a free webinar, a free Zoom account. Number two, I didn't even run ads to talk about the ads. I was teaching people how to run ads, and I just promoted it and asked other people to help me promote it. So we are about 200 or 300 people registered, I'm not sure. And the Zoom was filled up with over 70 people or so, right? Now, I taught in the class with all my heart. I just taught them from scratch, answered basically all the questions, and I was making an offer for 20,500. At the end of the class, we have generated over 164,000 naira. And this was just the first day of the class, 164,000, right? Now, there's another lady that was also organizing another class. She was organizing a class on whatever she was organizing. I can't remember for sure. So she is talking to me, asking me about her own, like, how is your class going? And I'm so excited. I'm like, oh my God, my class is going great. Now, after the class ended, she still comes back and say, how is your class? I'm like, wow, my class is going great. I just made 168,000 naira, 164,000 naira from the class. And then I'm asking her about her own. She's like, oh, she's still working on her own. And I figured that maybe she didn't actually want to tell me about it, so I forgot it. Only for me to after the whole class and everything, I had this lady talking to someone else that, wow, that she thinks that I copied another person. So now when I had it, I was like, wow, I had to go and meet the person she said I copied from. His name is Ken VC. had to go and meet him and said, because Kenny Dubisi was my friend in school when I was in university. He was my friend. We attended the same university. So two of us already had a relationship, like two of us were already friends. So I met him and said, have I ever attended your class before? He said no. Have I ever like been in any program you're organizing? He said no. And I showed him the screenshot that this lady said that I copied from you. I don't even know I don't even know what you do. Does it mean that my own class that I'm teaching is this? Because he started advertising way earlier. He was like already like big on the game. Like he started it way earlier than I joined the industry. So I was like, instead of like I felt really sad that this person I trusted, I was even sharing with her how successful my classes were going, and she was angry about it, and she went to go and start talking to her someone that as if I copied this person, and I don't even know the guy's I don't even know anything that the guy has taught at all. So now after this thing happened, that was when I realized that as you start as a smart woman, especially as a smart woman, when you start growing in your industry, a lot of people are going to come around you. They are not really your friends. They just want to find a way to enter into your life and spoil your name. So whenever you're using ads to run your business, be careful of the kind of conversation you have with people. Be careful of the kind of people you let into your space. Be careful of the type of information you give out to people. Be careful of the kind of interaction you have with clients on your WhatsApp, because lots of people are going to come into your world and be like, what is it about this person? Why are you taking on my customers? And that's why I told you to shine your light, because when you start shining your light, it's gonna make a lot of people feel that like, what is she actually doing? So I realized that I don't even know why I started sharing this story, but I believe it's for someone. So later on, I realized the lady blocked me, and then later on this year, she unblocked me as well. So that is just how the whole thing happened. And then I started realizing that was what actually made me to say, wow, so my programs, if I had any doubt that my programs were not, like, I wasn't even sure, if at all I was not even sure in the first place, that whole situation gave me the wisdom to know that, Rina, you're actually doing so much more. And that was what actually helped me, gave me lots of like wings to actually fly even high. Right? So whatever product and whatever service you're putting out there to your people, whatever product and service you're putting out there to people, you're going to have people that are going to try to bring you down, try to talk down on you, try to reduce your power, try to make you feel less than what you're doing, because they are not happy with you. They are jealous.
This is so true. This is so true. Thank you so much. Like, your section was fortune came and gave us red wine, and now you're giving me pizza to go with the red wine. All right, so we got so much value. I really got so much value, and I thank God. I thank God that you spoke about clarity. I remember you bumped in on us when I was talking about setting the foundation right. So some people think ads or Amazon KDP. The reason I'm doing saying Amazon KDP is I'm a book consultant, right? So I teach people how to make lots of sales from their books, and I also do public speaking. Now, a lot of people will tell me, "Oh, Comfort, I want to put my book on Amazon," and I'm like, "Why do you want to put your book on Amazon?" Because I know they would say, "I want to earn in dollars." So they have the wrong premonition that the moment they put their books on Amazon, they immediately begin to make dollars. Number one, what if your book is not great? What if your book is not original? There are lots of factors you have to put into consideration before you can put a book on Amazon and to sell. You also have to do advertisement on Amazon. So advertisement is very important, and there are a lot of factors. Your cover, your design, like all what you said, they are very important. And I'm grateful that you gave the admonition that we should be careful, because as you grow up the ladder of life, you need to be very, very intuitive and observant. A lot of people would come as wolves in sheep's clothing. They want to bring you down. So you have to be very careful. As a smart man, you have to be wise. You have to be smart. You have to be intelligent. You have to work with wisdom. You should be able to see the signs. You should see beyond what others are seeing. So thank you so much, Wina. I don't know if people have questions. Beautiful ladies in the house, your questions, we would like to ask questions. We would like to have questions. For me, I have questions for Wina because not everyone would understand some of the terms you were using. So I have questions for you. For example, I have questions. Let them bring their questions before I throw my questions at you. So, ladies, do you have questions? Let's your questions. Please type in the comments if you have questions for Wina, because you cannot tell me you don't have questions from all the truckload of pizza and juice she gave to us. Like, this is so amazing. I learned a whole lot. So, guys, can I get your questions? Thank you. I don't know. Debbie has left us, or I think she's still listening to us. So, I would like to ask you, would there be discounts for people who are live on this show to be a part of your training for the ads and all of that?
So the class is already cheap. It's 5,000 naira. So it's just
Okay.
5,000 naira. Yeah, I'm so sorry. There's no discount, but there is value packed. So they'll get more than they paid for when they buy.
So what kind of ads are they going to be learning when they pay for the class? Is it just Facebook ads, Instagram ads, or are there a variety of ads that you do, or just Facebook ads?
So this program is specifically on advertising on Facebook, on Instagram, and also WhatsApp ads. So the class is a 5 days class. It's called the 5 days ads challenge. How to run profitable ads using your smartphone or your laptop. So the class just teaches you step by step how to, number one, craft offers, and then number two, day 2 to day 5, how to convert your list to sales, and how to run ads using your smartphone if you just have smartphone, or if you have laptop, how to run profitable ads using your smartphone or your laptop.
So these ads can be directed to WhatsApp, right?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Right. Thank you. So I believe I'll get connected with you more after this event. I'll speak to Debbie. Thank you so much, Rina Ezekiel. It was really amazing having you on this conference. And I know we all will keep being smart. Cheers. God bless you. So we are sending red wine to you. Just give us your location. We're sending some red wine. Give us your location. All right. Thank you so much, Rina. So guys, we've come to the end of tonight's show, tonight's conference, talking about the smart woman. So when we started, I talked about what smart means. I said smart stands for S, you're smart, you're wise, you're intelligent. M stands for you're multi-diversing, you're doing a lot of things. A stands for you're ardent, you're authentic, all right? Then R stands for rootless and T stands for tenacious. So I really appreciate you for being here with us live. Let's meet same time tomorrow, and we're gonna have much more wonderful speakers who would blow our minds. Thank you so much. Thank you, Debbie Agbola, for organizing this. Thanks to all the beautiful and amazing women and men that were part of this. Thanks to our speakers, Fortuna TC and Winner Ezekiel. I want to appreciate every one of you. So have a wonderful night rest. I remain your beautiful host, Comfort Murdy. Good night, guys. Thank you so much.